Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are having a great week. This is going to be the revised video for the Festering core. I'm doing a revised video because I have adapted to new strategies for this strike and what I feel like is the best thing. The first initial video kind of spoke about having like 2 warlocks and a hunter. That is still very effective, but now I'm gonna go with just having 3 warlocks, period. In this run here, we have 3 warlocks. We have 2 warlocks running well with the Phoenix chest piece. Myself, I am running Chaos Reach with the boots, and here's my breakdown to why that is very essential here. Not only does it help us get through a lot of things really fast or take down the big targets that we need, we also kind of get to take out the Cyclopses in the boss room. So I'm going to basically go through this straight, and some parts might get skipped a little bit or get fast forwarded because AP is going to be editing this, and we're going to try to do our best to not keep you here as long as we can. All right, so most of the time, whoever's running Chaos Reach, if you have high intellect, because my intellect is currently at 9, if you pick up all the ores from killing all these ads, you should have your super soon. And when you have your super, you can then use that super to take out the Hydra that shows up. Now, one cool thing to pay attention to is when we stepped into this room, the first target I went after was that sniper. I wanted to take out that sniper. And I know a lot of people are still asking about team composition. The weapons are still the same. Having Divinity and 2 Xenos are still the plan, and the people running Xeno, if they have either mount top or an aggressive sniper or even a long shadow, that works out really well. And if those 2 run unstoppable weapons, doesn't really matter the burn. Preferably if they have arc, awesome. If they don't, it's fine. But 2 unstoppable weapons, and myself, when I'm running Divinity, I also run Mountaintop, and I have special ammo finder on and special ammo pickup on, meaning whenever I pick up special, I do get a bit more of it. My heavy is a Temporal Claws that has auto-loading Rampage, a pendant mag on it with full bore. Why am I running that? I'm running Temporal Claws because it is a rapid fire frame gun. It does really well, and on top of it, there's a lot of void shields on acolytes in the mid room and even in the boss room. And as you can see here, there's a Taken Wizard that also has a void shield that I can kind of take off. Repurposing, ladies and gentlemen, is an awesome thing. As you can see there, when I took the wizard shield off, I got my grenade back. And if you need to know more about repurposing, make sure you check out my repurposing video, which is on my channel. Now, for that Cyclops, when you drop down, make sure that you don't have your back against the wall, because when the Cyclops shoots, you want to be able to jump up, and the shot does have splash damage, so it is going to hit the wall behind you, but as long as you're not on the wall, you will not die. And as you can see here, I took out that wizard, I got my grenade back, and I took off that guy's shield, and I got my grenade back again. That's why I love repurposing. Repurposing is one of those things that people kind of look over. Even works with finishers. And if you check out the repurposing video, you can see what other things you can kind of do with it. The focus here is to make sure that you get rid of the wizard and the Centurion really quick. Then you can work on this champion. As you get rid of this champion, you get rid of these ads, the person that's running Chaos Reach should have their super back, and they can take out this Cyclops here. And having Chaos Reach is really nice for things like this, because you can basically set it up for you to take out a bunch of enemies or a bunch of Cyclopses, throughout your phases. Now on the right side here, you're gonna have a few ads that you're gonna work on. Take out the ads. If you're the person running the Divinity and the Mountaintop, or Divinity and the Sniper, you are going to probably want to run Special Finisher. You're not going to use it all the time. It is pretty nice to do it. Also, if you're running Geomags and you have your super, guess what? When you do that special finisher, in about 5 seconds, you can sprint again to get your super. So that's another cool thing about having Geomags and being the person with special finisher. The next thing that I always want to cover is that Hobgoblin right there. You take out the Hobgoblin from up here. You work on the ads at the bottom. What I mean by that is these Harpies here. After you take out the Harpy, you work on the Hydra. My grenade kind of flaked there. It happens. And by that time, if your intellect is high enough, as the warlock, definitely get down there and use your super on that next Cyclops, because I know people are having issues with the Cyclops. One thing that I want to note out as well is if you're having issues with the Cyclops, what you can do is kind of play the distance game. There's a limit to where the Cyclops can kind of trap you. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're taking out all the extra ads without having to worry about where the Cyclops can kind of take us out at. Even if it does that right there, that move, the whole trapping thing, as long as you're not within it, you won't die. And boom, there goes another Chaos Reach, and that enemy's out of the way. Most of the time for me, after clean up on these ads, the next section is where I can kind of come up with making special ammo for my teammates. I always double check to see if people have special ammo. They don't really need it because they run a mount top and they have Xeno as their heavy. And the next section, especially if you have taken armaments, you're going to make a lot of heavy. And if you don't have taken armaments, if you have hive armaments, there are enemies that are, both taken and hive armaments will work on them. All right. When we get to the next part here, I like to take out that hobgoblin sniper because I'm not running minus spec, so he can one-shot me. Then after that, we get rid of the 2 hobgoblins next to him, and then we work on the champion. Once the champion is down, you get rid of these harpies here. And usually when you kill one harpy, the other one likes to run up. Get rid of these guys here. And if you can, like I said, do a finisher. Make sure that you got, your team has ammo. This next section, the people that have a well, you have one person drop a well on this bottom right side here. I'm going to go straight to it right there. I just shot at it, pointing to it. There's going to be a hobgoblin. That is my first priority. I want to get him out of there. As soon as you get him out of there, you focus on the champion. Once you get the champion down, then you focus on the orange bar harpies. Take off the harpy shields and then take them out. Once you get rid of all these ads, there's going to be another set of ads that come up and you can basically take them out too. Now, if you're running 2 wells, once one runs out, you can put another one down. Why not? Because, you can spare the orbs. So you can do it. Now, you don't have to put another well down, but if you do put it down, you kind of get that territory control. You can take in damage and you can still kind of go in, for damage. Like, you take it in damage and you could do damage. You step on the plate, you jump back up, Minotaur comes out. He's the first thing you work on. If you guys are low on ammo, you normally keep one of those guys alive. Then you could do a finisher. I asked the team, they didn't need it, so we were fine. Then you look around for ammo. Once you find ammo, you can then jump on the plate. No enemies come out here. You grab the plate, you're good to go. After you take out these 2 boxes, the next thing is to go near the middle box, and it should spawn in another champion, a sniper, and a few exploders. I like to jump up here to take out that sniper first and then work on the champion. As you can see here, my jump was really bugged. So instead, I came down here because my teammate took out the sniper and we worked on the champion. After that, get rid of the fanatics. And after you get rid of the fanatics, you can basically look around for ammo. Then you capture that middle box and you're good to go. Also, one of the fanatics does get like stuck in that little rock to the right here. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. But yeah, look around for ammo. Grab your ammo and boom, take out this box and on to the next room. Now, as a Chaos Reach, what I like to do is as soon as I get in this room, I Chaos Reach that Cyclops. You see what I'm doing here. My job is to basically take out the Cyclops to make sure that they don't take any lives out of our run. There's no need for us to lose lives to a Cyclops. Then after that, I throw a grenade. Maybe I can make some ammo, maybe I don't. I made some ammo there. One of the things I noticed too is that taking captain right there becomes a focus. If you come to the left side, try to take that guy out right away, because if he goes forward, he becomes annoying because he throws blights that can one-shot you. And as you can see there, we kind of let him get away here. But then when we get up to the next area for my strategy here, we're gonna have to take him out first. All right, boom, I get ammo. We're now gonna go in front of these stairs here, and right in front of these stairs we're gonna place a well. I always like to double check here to see if there's a sniper looking at me or not. Now, when we move up, as we're gonna spawn in, we're gonna place a well right here, and as you can see, that captain is still shooting at me, right? So the teammate took him out, and if you're the divinity person, you might have to move up a little bit. But as you can see here, you put the well down, you're taking that damage, and that is your first focus. Your first focus is that overload hobgoblin. You take him out. Then my job next was to basically get rid of a lot of those acolytes. Then we work on this Minotaur right in front of us. Once the Minotaur goes down, I get back to acolytes. There's still going to be Vex on the side. So as you can see here, I'm working on them. And we are not in the radius of that Cyclops. What you can see here, though, I am slowly moving into the radius of that Cyclops. So I'm going to Chaos Reach it. Boom. Chaos Reach it. No one gets trapped. We're good to go. All right. Now the next thing is we look for ammo. You know, you make sure that you refill on your ammo or anything else that you need. Then what I like to do is I like to go to the top left. All right. So we're gonna go to the top left after we kill these acolytes. The ogre, there's gonna be 2 ogres that spawn in, right? Normally you could kill the ogre right away first, as long as that goblin overload is not looking at you. You can take this guy out first. Once you take him out, the next focus is this champion right here. And if you have a wall, you can drop it down. We're gonna wait for Kaiser to get up here. I think he was making ammo during this time, but as soon as he gets up here, we're gonna focus on this champion. And if you have a well to spare, you could drop the well if you want to, right? Because there's also a lot of enemies in front of you, and if you're running Phoenix, you'll probably end up getting that ammo back. All right, you don't have to. Now, after that, I take off these shields. I try to make some ammo off of it. I try to do some control down there, make sure everything's down. And then if this champion pushes you, you take out the champion. Normally, I like to take the champion out on the far right before I take out this guy. But if this guy peeks out, you go for him, right? You get rid of ads at the bottom. You watch out for the walls, because one of the things you have to pay attention to is the wall, all right? Now, we get rid of the ogre and the enemies around them, and then we can work on the guy. All right. As a divinity person, I do like to get a little bit closer just in case, you know, I'm out of range with divinity on that target. As you can see here, I watched out for the laser though. Well, acolyte sit down. I now step here. I see this champion. We're now working on him. You don't always have to Xeno. You can always use mountaintop. As you can see here, these fellas use a few mountaintop shots before they switch to Xeno to, you know, put in 1 or 2 shots. We're going to move up to the next section. As we move up, there's going to be enemies that spawn in. We'll have a captain on the left. You want to take his shield off and take him out right away. As the Chaos Reach guy, there's a Cyclops there. I'm going after it. Cyclops is down. I love Geomax for this because I still have enough energy to do a finisher, right? And another thing too is you constantly talk to with your team and see, do you guys need special ammo? Or are you guys good on that? And if they are, boom, get back to business. Now, we have these ads here. Take out these ads. Don't forget that there's still a captain that's going to be throwing a blight from time to time. Also try to pay attention to walls. That's one of the things that's always in the back of my mind as we're going through this section. I always want to make sure that I don't get hit by a wall or anything like that, because it is truly still a very dangerous thing. Once this is done, we take off the shield on this guy and we take him out. Unless you need special or something like that, you do a special finisher and we kind of move on. Or if someone wants to make heavy ammo off or armaments off of this guy, boom. Next section, I like to kind of do damage from up top. So from up here, I like to work on the unstoppable champions and that overload minotaur. All right, so you're gonna see here, we're gonna put up a well. We didn't really need to, but you know, there's 2 warlocks. We'll have the energy to do it, so we just want to put out more damage. This minotaur normally comes close to you. He tries to, like, you know, flame you down. So if you can take him out right away, then boom, you can kind of work on the champions. They do like to hide from time to time. And as you're doing this, once again, make sure that you do not get hit by a wall. Another thing to know is if you get hit by the wall, it's almost like the warlock arc grenade, whereas when you get hit and you go near your teammates, it starts inflicting damage on them as well. So if you get hit, just try to not be near your teammates for 1 or 2 seconds, okay? All right, so after we take out the 2 champions, you know, you go back, you look for ammo. I know that I used a bunch of mountaintop ammo, so I'm going back, I'm looking for ammo, any special ammo that I dropped anywhere, any heavy, just to make sure that I'm good, make sure that I have enough divinity ammo. And as the Chaos Reach person, guess what, guys? I'm going back after that Cyclops. I'm going to drop down and I'm going straight after that Cyclops. One thing to pay attention to is when I go for the Cyclops, or whenever I go for a Cyclops, as I'm shooting the Cyclops, there's times where you're going to stagger the Cyclops and it won't shoot. And there's times where you're not going to stagger the Cyclops. What I like to do is I like to move in the air, especially if you can see that they shot you. That's going to be a thing. And right there, you see that the wall didn't even hit me. I was so close enough that it still hit me with the arc damage. And then if I was near my teammates, it starts ticking. But you can see my movement there. In the air, make sure that you move. Because if you stand still while you're popping your Chaos Reach, you're going to get hit. And if you get hit, that's automatic death. After that, we work on the ogre. And here's a few things that I actually changed about my strat here. All right. After we kill the ogre, I like to grab the other plate, this plate here. So I like to place a wall where I'm standing. Enemies are going to come in and throw a grenade early, and we're going to go straight after the champion. We take out the champion, and after we take out the champion, we take out the... I don't even know if this guy's unwanted, but we take him out. Watch out for the wall once again. Remember, when you see the little arc damage, make sure you stay away from your teammates. Then we grab the next play. As you're grabbing this play, also watch your back, because you never know. There might be a wall coming in. After that, we take out the boxes. Here's why I want to do the right side first. If you do the right side first, only the ogre and the knight comes out. If you do the opposite side first, the ogre, the knight, and the 3 scions that multiply comes out. So you have a bunch of things to worry about. You have 5 things to worry about, but guess what? Those scions could duplicate, which can make them 10, 12, 15. They just keep, multiplying. So that's another cool thing to do there. We can kind of space it out, and we can have... You're basically just breaking down half of the fight right away, right? I mean, I like in the Grandmaster, any way to kind of like make it easier for you is going to be a crucial thing, especially when it comes to strats. All right, here we go. I'm gonna shoot that there, and I'm gonna jump up. You can see that I have my chaos reach. I'm gonna chaos this guy, chaos that guy. He got lucky there. He kind of duplicated, but as you can see, they're all dead. And we move on to the next section. I do there's a little trick thing that I do in this next section, and I kind of want to just, I wanted to show this off as well. When we get up here, you guys are gonna see me jump into a little angle, right? There's an angle here that I'm gonna go into. I like to go there so then the champions and enemies now have to look at 2 different places and 2 areas of attacks, right? And as the fire team, the other 2 people can wait up here. Where I just jumped to right here, you guys can wait there. But for me, I like to jump into this little crevice right here because I have basically cover. Now you can see that the Minotaur is looking at me and not my teammates, right? The champion's looking at me and not my teammates. Now my teammates get to stagger the champion from the back, and we get to take the champion out right away. As you can see here, if you basically break their attention into 2 different places, it becomes an easier fight. You know, there's still 2 Minotaurs left because there's 3 Minotaurs here. You see that Minotaur up there? We're gonna take him out as well. And then there's gonna be another Minotaur right next to this champion. All right, now it's just us and the champion. I'm probably gonna do a finisher on this champion at some point here. I'm going down for some ammo. Champion is right there. We're gonna get him to about 1 shot. Then I'm going in for a finisher. After, champion dies down, normally I like to jump up here now. I like to jump up here because the wizard flames can, they can hurt you from where they're standing. I like to jump up here. I take off the shield. I'm gonna divinity it, and then it makes it easy for my teammates to mount on top this wizard because that wizard is pretty deadly. Boom, wizard is down. Now I can drop down here because there's 2 regular wizards coming in, and I can take off their shield and take them out. That basically like diffuses this part of the fight. Once this part of the fight is diffused, I can then jump over. All right, I look for ammo again. Boom, I got my ammo. Now I get to jump over. As you can see here, one of the main plays is just to play the distance game. Then we grab plates. After you grab one of the plates, there's gonna be like thralls that come out. So if you need to make ammo or heavy or anything like that, you can throw a grenade down. One of the thralls just like come in early. Yeah, he comes in way early before the rest. Yeah, throw a grenade down. If you need to do a finisher or something like that, this is like the place to do it. Okay. Once that is done, we're gonna be going into the boss room. One thing that I like to recommend is drop down immediately into the boss room. Why do you want to drop down immediately into the boss room? Because if the champions get into position and you're still up top, you're going to get sniped. We had that happen in a run where a guy got sniped up top, and we had to pull him into the boss fight. I like to drop down, take off these shields, possibly throw a grenade. If both of those guys are dead, I like to go to my far right. All right, we're gonna be going to the far right, and here's the best part about going to the far right. Going here at this angle, as long as your teammates don't peek, I do this one weird trick where I stagger one champion to the left, and then the other one will go out to the right. You see that? So I stagger the guy on left. He stopped there. Now the guy on right becomes our target to kill, then we take cover and we wait. And then once this guy is stoppable, boom, we can then go for this guy too. So you can see that if you stagger the one that's further out, he staggers and he stays there for a second, and the other one comes out closer to you, so you can just work on him instead of having both of them next to each other and you have to worry about a bunch of retaliation swords coming in. Then the rest is pretty simple. You work on the knight, you work on the 2 acolytes, and if you have a healing rift, you put it down there in the blight and you take it out. Now there's an area that I like to go to for placement, and I'm showing it right here. This is the area for the first well. Now, what do I mean by first well? First well, what I mean by this is when we push the boss, right? There's going to be a Cyclops that comes in, and the Cyclops is going to be on the left side there. All right. So we're going to be dropping the well down, and I'm going to be using my super on the Cyclops as my teammates use their Xenophage on it as well. Why do you want to do that? We want to do maximum DPS, and we want to get that Cyclops out of the room as fast as possible. You're going to see that we're going to come back to the same spot and move up a little bit so we can then work on the next Cyclops for the next phase. All right, let's go through this. First thing I like to do is I try to take out this Vandal because his shotgun is just ridiculous, and sometimes he likes to hit you a lot. I'm running repurposing here, so if I take off an Acolyte shield, I have a grenade, and that grenade could give me my ammo back. I take off a shield, I throw my grenade. I take off a shield, I throw my grenade. I take off a shield, I throw my grenade. I take off a shield, I throw my grenade. Repurposing is very good, guys. It's very good. If you have that mod, start using it. Look at this. Throw my grenade. I took off a shield, I threw my grenade. If I kill the enemy, I have armaments on, I get my ammo back. You can see that I basically haven't lost any heavy, really, right? I took off the shield, I have a grenade. And these guys are still here, probably, as you can see, right? Now, there's only 2 of them left. We go look around for ammo, get what you need, and boom, right? The room is clear. Now, the next step is to get the boss to a 3rd, okay? I'm grabbing my ammo, I'm watching out for the walls, maybe like smacking me around. I'm coming back to the point where I need to be, which is right around here, okay? I have my Chaos Reach. My teammates make sure that they have their Xenophages reloaded. Now we're going to do some damage to the boss so we can get him to that 3rd. But right there where I'm shooting at, that is where the Cyclops is going to come out, okay? So now we're going to push him. As he gets like lower to that 2nd, 3rd, he is going to try to get closer to you guys. There you go. Keep doing damage, keep doing damage. All right, here we go. It's well time. Drops the well. Super's out. We're basically gonna stagger this the Cyclops, and as you can see, that's a bake. There's going to be a taken sniper around you. You're gonna want to take that guy out. We're gonna work on any enemies around us. If the champion pushes you, you can kill the champion. The boss doesn't come back until all the Vex are dead, so you can leave like a Harpy or even like just a small Vex guy up, right? But the cool thing here is to get rid of most of the enemies in front of you. Leave 1 Harpy up. I don't think we did leave a Harpy up in this front for some reason. Oh yeah, no, we have a Harpy right there. Get rid of the Taken first, and then kill the last of a Vex. So whether it's a Goblin or a Harpy, just leave 1 up. Because once you kill all the Taken, you can then make your round for ammo before the boss comes out. It's kind of like a free thing to just run around, look for it. I now have my super back, which is good. We're gonna be able to use it again on the next wave. But yeah, take out this Harpy and boom. Also, that ball where the boss is at, the boss can actually like stomp you, even though he's in the ball. So make sure you do not get close to that, because that is automatic death. That has happened to me. So I kind of do my best to tell folks, do not, kind of get near it. Now we're going to do damage. Once we get the boss to about, I would say, half of this bar, or maybe even like 60% of it, there's going to be enemies that comes out. All right. Most of the time he likes to go to that spot right there. He just chills there. So, yep. Right there. He likes to just chill there. So we did damage. Now there's going to be a few taken phalanxes and a few taken hobgoblins and 2 unstoppable champions. What I like to do here is I like to take out all the small lads first. That means the taken goblins, the taken phalanxes. Once they're down, it is just you and the boss and the 2 unstoppables. You can then work on the 2 unstoppables. Here we go. Here comes this last guy here. Always make sure to check and see if your teammates have special, if they need it, especially if you're the Chaos Reach person. You can always get your super back pretty quick anyway, so you can do a finisher. Now that we got everything, down, we're now going to push the boss, and right there where I'm shooting is where the next Cyclops is going to be at, okay? So we're going to go look for ammo, and then after we look for ammo, I'm going to come back here. There you go. He's almost there. All right. Once he's pushed, drop the well, and our target is going to be right in front of us. Boom. As soon as he comes out, he's going down. Once he's down, we then focus on the ads, which are Vex. We get rid of the Vex, and then there's a champion there. You work on the champion. After the champion, you can leave one of the Vex alive, so you can go grab ammo. The Harpies normally like shoot really fast too, so I normally try to leave a goblin up, because for some reason the Harpies are very, very accurate as well. And honestly, after this part, you're basically home free. The boss is going to come out. The boss is going to have 2 invisible Minotaurs with him. Focus on the Minotaurs first. Once you get rid of the Minotaurs, then you can just, the boss is all yours to kill. All right, so here goes the first Minotaur right here. He's dead. There's going to be another Minotaur in mid right next to the boss. And once he's dead, if you have a wall to put up, you put the wall up right in front and do damage to the boss. You use your heavy, you use your special. I'm going to reload my divinity here. I'm going to divinity the boss down. And once, my teammates are basically kind of out of heavy and the boss's health is about 20%, I am going to super him. And that's it. That is the Festering Core. Festering Core is not hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a long strike. And this is the most effective that I can kind of give you. This was a 33 minute run. This was a Sherpa run. I brought in these 2 guys from chat and we went through it. They listened to, my advice, and boom, we got it done. I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for asking questions. And I see you guys.